I joined eXp last March of 2020. It was like I joined March 10th, and I think the economy shut down March 20th or something. That's when I joined eXp. So it's been running up on a year and a half at this point. Right now, as we speak, FLQA wise, I'm looking at 73. We get a chart the first of every month in the beta group that shows every downline in the company. At this point, as we stand here and talk, I've got by far the most FLQAs in the company. FLQAs, brand new to eXp, means someone that you actually sponsored, put your name on the application, you brought into the company, and then they sell at least one property every 6 months. Really, to be technical, it's 5,000 in commissions every 6 months. So it's literally just a producing agent. Sometimes when agents that are coming on board say, what's an FLQA? I said, it's a producing agent. They think, well, it has to be a capper. No, it's literally a producing agent, like one deal basically every 6 months. So, and I don't know that anyone in the history of the company has gotten to 70 plus FLQAs. Maybe they have at some point. I'm not sure. But I know that I've hit that in just a year and a half. My total group is 148 total frontline, 148, 714 total downline, 51 agents in the last 30 days. The rev share is in the 50,000 month area, 48 to 50. It looks like it might be 52 this month. So that just tells you where I am right this second. Plenty of guys with bigger downlines, absolutely. No one with a bigger front line in terms of producing agents. So that's where I am right this second. The growth from here, it just continues to explode. This is a very, very, very exciting opportunity. I'll tell you really quickly why I did this, why I chose eXp and everything, before I get into my processes here and my philosophies behind bringing in agents. Last year was 10 years with Remax. Decided I was not going to be there anymore. I didn't feel like we were on the same page, let's just say. And my options were to go out and build my own brokerage, which is the direction I was leaning towards, or eXp. So I had to really break those two things down to try to figure out exactly what was going to be my best option. Because look, when you're on the outside looking in, you don't really understand eXp. Now that I'm here, I realize this is by far 1 million times better than having your own brokerage. But when you're on the outside looking in, you don't realize it. It's almost like eXp is just another brokerage. When you look at the KWs and Remaxes and all that, those brokerages to me are just another brokerage. You pay fees. Really, that's all it boils down to, how much more money you're going to make. eXp is way more than that. They're not just another brokerage. They're way more than just a difference in what you're going to make at the end of the year. Okay, they're giving you equity in their company, right? That nearly hit 8 billion this week in revenue, in valuation. The company is a monster. It's like the picture perfect company when it comes down to fundamentals of a business. Like, you can't get any better than eXp when you look at it from just a strictly a business evaluation standpoint. But neither here nor there. When you're trying to decide if you want to come to eXp, you don't really realize all this stuff until you really get in there. Once you get in there and you're in there, there were 6 months where every week I would turn around and I would learn something new about the company, and I would say, wow. Okay, I had this wow factor for like 6 to 8 months after I joined, things I didn't realize until I got over here. The processes of getting paid, the technology, the support. And when you're in a company full of 60,000 agents who most of all own part of the business, how supportive all these agents are to each other, the culture is unlike anything that I've ever seen. One thing that really, in my mind, that's the piece of this whole puzzle that puts us so far ahead. eXp is light years ahead of every other brokerage. There's not even a close second place. Some of these agencies are trying to imitate eXp. There's some knockoffs, but look, that would be like us trying to get together and say we're going to go build another Amazon and beat Amazon, or another Tesla, or another Apple, or another. It's not going to happen. Those companies are so far ahead. There's no way that they can catch up at this point. There's going to have to be a huge revolution and a completely new business model, something incredibly innovative to come along to, you know. And hey, listen, will that happen in the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years? Sure. I don't see why it wouldn't. When Remax came out, they were the hottest thing out. You know, they basically took a industry where agents were, you know, just standardly paying 50% of their commissions to saying, hey, we'll give you 95% or we'll give you 100% if you pay a desk fee. And everybody jumped ship and went to Remax. Now, almost 50 years later, now look what happened. We're into the next generation. eXp has literally created a new breed of real estate agents. This is a new breed. This is a new era. This is the next generation. Whereas now we're part of a company that we all own a part of. Okay, number one, which I think is one of the most important pieces of this puzzle. When you go to a Remax, when you go to a KW, you go to all these other companies, you're just paying. They're just taking. They're not giving you nothing. They give you zero. And eXp is giving. Every time you turn around, giving. It's incredible. That's one part of this puzzle. The other part of this puzzle is the fact that it opens up all borders. Like, there is no borders anymore. You know, we can build our teams nationally and globally with the snap of a finger with no expenses. This is amazing. This is amazing. This opportunity was never available. It's kind of like the fact that, from the real estate standpoint, I'm still selling properties. And this year will be the 8th straight year with 100 deals, and just as a single agent. So my single agent business is a business of its own. It's me and my assistant, and we knock down 100 deals a year. This will be year number 8. But then the downline and the recruiting side of this business and the global team that I'm building, that's a separate entity. The movement in technology and the opportunities that it's afforded us has been incredible. And I compare that to where we are in the industry in the way of building these national and global teams now. Snap of a finger, no expenses, no liability. It's mind-blowing to me. So realize what kind of environment we're in now, right? It's the stage is set, guys. All we have to do is execute at this point. So when I'm comparing business models of owning my own brokerage versus the eXp, and I'm not even getting into my processes here of recruiting yet, guys. I'm just giving you some background. I'm looking at it, and I'm starting to realize that, wait a minute, if I open up my own brokerage, I can only recruit locally, although I know agents nationally and even globally. Once I bring these agents on, I'm fully liable, whereas if they get sued, I get sued. And these agents I bring on will have zero incentive to bring on more agents, right? And on top of all that, I really won't have much equity if I had my own brokerage, because let's face it, guys, a brokerage is not worth much. So when I put all that together, I realized, okay, I got to give this thing a shot. And in my mind, and you can use this, and you think about this, I had to think about, okay, it's too good to be true. Well, if I go to eXp and everything does work out and I do succeed on this incredible level that I never would have even imagined, that would be amazing. Okay, that was one fork in the road that could happen. Things work out and, you know, we hit the jackpot. Or I go there to eXp, things don't work out, and then what? I go back to Remax and keep doing the same thing I've been doing anyway? When I started to look at everything, I started to realize, and you guys can use this, You have absolutely everything to gain and nothing to lose. You know, if somebody thinks this is too good to be true, listen, okay, if it is too good to be true, what then? You go back to doing what you're doing now? You know, oh, well, the stocks are this and they're diluted and they're giving them away and all this stuff. Okay, did you have any stocks, you know, doing what you're doing now? At least there's an opportunity that you might have something. You're giving yourself zero chance. All in all, my first year with eXp, I made an extra 300,000, 200 in cash, 100 in stocks. They gave me 38,000 worth of stocks. It turned into 100,000, and 200 in cash, 150 in rev share, and 50 extra from what I didn't pay Remax that year. So that's why I ended up deciding to come, and it's just been a wow factor ever since. So I'm really excited to be on this journey with all of you guys.